So once I have a use, the next thing is to think about, do I have a use tax? So a use tax is a tax on that storage, use, or consumption of something that was taxable on which no sales tax has been paid. And this is key, that the use tax is complementary to the sales tax. So historically, what this has meant is that when you make a purchase from a supplier outside of your state, but you are using the goods within your state, that supplier may not be registered to collect tax in your state. So if we go back to the example of Emma selling me something from Kentucky, if Emma did not have nexus with Illinois, I purchased it, I'm making use of that item here in Illinois, I am obligated to pay the Illinois use tax to the state of Illinois on the cost of that item that I purchased from somebody that was not registered. So historically, that is the bulk of what we see under the use tax. There are also times where it might be something that I bought that I didn't pay tax on. I claimed some sort of an exemption, but then I used it in a taxable manner. So when we think about use tax, there's actually two types of use taxes, and this is where it gets a little bit more confusing. Now, what I just talked about is what is referred to as the consumer's use tax. So this is the tax that the buyer is going to pay when the vendor either didn't collect the tax or I bought something without paying tax and I am using it in a taxable manner. So that's the consumer's use tax on the purchaser side. The second type of use tax is often lumped in with the sales tax, and this is the tax that is collected. So seller's use tax is a collected tax by an out-of-state seller who is registered in the delivery state. And so this is typically on interstate sales. So if Emma had nexus in Illinois and was collecting tax, she would not be collecting the Illinois sales tax. Instead, she would generally be collecting the Illinois seller's use tax. Now, seller's use tax is sometimes called a vendor use tax or a retailer use. So there's a couple different names that you'll see across the states, but that is what we're talking about when we talk about use tax.